Okay, here we go. Here we go. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We have yet another installment of Into the Studio. I think we're on here. Let me double check. Yes, okay, we are on. And welcome. Tonight would have been one of our gorge nights with DMB. I hope my volume is okay, by the way. I'm working two mics tonight. And I've got a very short cable on this one, but it's a very good cable. And I just got it the other day. I got some really great cables from Astro Rope. And hooked them up into my subwoofer, which I've got underneath this table. And man, they immediately sounded fantastic. So I'm very happy to have these along with me. But I do have a very short cable. It's only about 3 feet long. Keeps me kind of tethered in. So you may, well, let me first say this, that I am totally unprepared. I've been over at, been over doing some work on a house and just doing some painting and staining the deck and all that kind of stuff. But on my way back home, I was thinking, all right, well, you know, I'd like to take some questions tonight. I'd like to talk about some things and see what y'all have to say. And I don't usually drink bottled water, but I was so thirsty on my way home I had to get some. But so I decided that I'm going to kind of go down the rabbit hole tonight, and I'm going to record the whole night and just kind of throw it up there. I'm going to push record now. Whoops, there's a click track. We don't want that. And I'm going to plug in here. Hang on a second. This is how unprepared I am. I don't even have the right plugs going in. Okay, there we go. You should be able to hear this microphone now. As I say every week, man, you get what you pay for, and this is free. Let me know if this is better, sound-wise. Yeah, you might hear some dogs in the background. I got my windows open. It's a beautiful night here in Nashville, and so I've got a whole bunch of toys with me here in front. Not sure if you can see all this malarkey here on my desk. A bunch of percussion stuff, bells and shakers and different things. I want to give a shout out also to a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Bill Fanning, who has a 60th birthday today. Bill and I have been playing together since we were in our 20s, and which is crazy. You know, he's been playing with me with Mutet for many, many years and was in the first incarnation of that band. And so, love you, Bill. Happy birthday. And it was great to see you earlier. So, kind of what I'm going to get into here, I'm not really sure what I'm going to get into, but I'm going to play some for you. I've got, let's see when I have to put this down. Hopefully you can still hear me on that microphone. But I'm also filling up some bottles with different tonalities to kind of play them. Right now I've got this old Coke bottle. I've got tuned to an F, and got this Jarritos bottle that I'm going to try to tune. And the way you do that is by adding water into it. That's a tritone. got to tune it. So I'm going to use those. And I've got a singing bowl here also. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to get a couple of drum mounts. I've got my cymbal here also. And so we're just going to see what happens here. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat there. And my friend Alex, who's on the other side of this, will relay them to me. Turn up the volume of what? Of the voice? I can turn up the volume of the voice. Here we go. Wait for it. Here we go. Oh, that's probably a lot better, isn't it? Uh-huh. All right. Okay, well, this is a far cry from the gorge, but I will play some of the same notes that I would have played had we been there tonight. Sure do miss that place. What a beautiful, amazing place to make music. The gorge out there in George, Washington. I love that it's the gorge in George. Whoever thought up that was pretty clever. So this thing also, I've got a bunch of weird shit here. I kind of collect it. This is actually, you ever seen something like this? This is what's called a camel bell. They would hang these around the necks of a camel. This is actually handmade out of one piece of wood. And the clangers are not, of course, but the bell itself is carved out of one piece of wood. And it's just gorgeous. It's such a beautiful sound. And I've got different bells, and I'm not quite sure what this is, but it makes a cool sound. I've been a bell freak for a long time. This is one of my bell trees that I use. Got a singing bowl, and I'm not sure where the batters are for that. I got them. Hang on. All right, so we're going to get into something here. I don't know what, but I'm going to do some playing for you, and then I'll answer some questions after that. And do you still need more microphone volume? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Should be up pretty loud. All right, so we're going to get into something here. I don't know what, but I'm going to do some playing for you. Okay, it sounds pretty loud to me. Let's see. I don't know. That's giving you hopefully enough volume there. And Alex, you can let me know. Okay, good. Looks like we are in. And so okay, here we go. I'm gonna mute this microphone, and I'm gonna use the other one. And see you on the other side. So okay, here we go. I'm gonna mute this. Okay. That was kind of fun. So that's sometimes what I do over here. I just kind of try a bunch of different stuff and see what's up, see how I'm feeling that day. This last instrument that I was playing, I think maybe I talked about it one other time. Let me kind of get back to what I was doing over here so I'm not giving you guys some crazy sounds. Okay. I'm going to mute that other mic. So this instrument that I was playing at the last here, this is my Hungarian Terregato. It's the latest addition into my arsenal of instruments. Sort of a cross between a clarinet and a soprano saxophone. It's a conical bore. Think of like an ice cream cone, a very large ice cream cone, where you could put the ice cream up there. This is at least a 4-scooper. It has definitely 4 scoops. And it's made out of Grenadalia wood, which is a very hard, it's like a black wood. And it's very strong. It's not a very heavy instrument, although it looks like it would be heavier than it is. It's not a very heavy instrument. And it's got a very interesting sound, very beautiful sound. And man, I really like playing it. So played a bunch of the other stuff. So a lot of times I'll just kind of mess around with what I have within arm's reach. And usually within arm's reach, I've got kind of a corner of percussion over there where I got a bunch of this stuff and sticks and cymbals. This is an old Bosphorus cymbal. It's got a great sound on it. Check this out. You can really hear the point of the stick. Future Man calls that one the magic cymbal. And it's beautiful, though. A lot of color in there. And I was using these Brazilian whistles. This is a samba whistle. And I'm flutter tonguing while I'm doing it. Usually it just sounds like this. But when I flutter tongue, that right. So I've got some different ones. Those sound a lot of similar. Almost sound like cicadas, doesn't it? And I've got this thing that I didn't play. It's a little bird whistle, like a little. Let's see if I can hold the mic close enough to it. And I've got this. Sorry about the noise there. Then I've got this double whistle of some type, weird shape or form. I've got this other thing I want to show you guys. Hang on a second. Two things, actually. This was late last year. A friend of mine called me up, and a friend of his had passed who was a healer, a music healer. And he said, hey, he's got a bunch of flutes and didgeridoos and different things. Are you interested in any of it? So I said, yes. And two of my favorite pieces is this ceramic flute, which is a double flute. Has this really, really cool sound on it. I'm going to unmute the other microphone here so that I can play it for you. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so that the sound is all right. Hang on a second. I'll check this out. so that's pretty awesome. And this other one, which if it'll do what it's supposed to for me, it's 3 flutes in one. It's all made out of bamboo, so it's got the 3 flutes, and somehow this person made cuts at the top and then glued everything together. So there's 3 different sounds. Check this out. Two of them are drones, one of them is not. Turn that up a little so you can hear it better. So anyhow, that's that's pretty cool. What an amazing sound on that thing. And I've got a bunch of other stuff sitting around that I delve into every now and again. I think I'll put that right there where it'll be safe. And so anyhow, that's kind of what I do up here sometimes. I just kind of get into whatever it is I get into. And that's sometimes what I get into. So yeah, let me take a few questions here. We've only got a few more minutes, maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. And James Lamar, Jeff, are you originally from Nashville? No, I'm actually originally from Massachusetts. I was born in a little town called Marlborough, Mass. Lived in Hudson for a few years. This is about 30 miles west of Boston. Then my family moved to Maine, and I went with them. I was about 6. Then moved to New Hampshire after that, New Hampshire, and Rochester, New Hampshire, and lived there until I guess I was 18, something like that. And then I went to Texas, where I went to the University of North Texas, and spent a bunch of time there, spent 5 years in Texas. Then I've been in Nashville since 1991. Next year is going to be 30 years, which is very hard to believe, but that is the truth. So yeah, I've been in Nashville far longer than I've ever been anywhere else. And so yeah, not from here though. Feel like I'm from here now. See, Andrew Staples says, in your high school clinics, have you come across any young musicians that surprised you with their talent that are memorable? Yeah, absolutely. There's one student that comes to mind, a guy named Ben Solomon, up in Boston now. He's really a brilliant saxophonist, and when I heard him, he was in 9th grade. This was at New Trier High School, right outside of Chicago, and so I'd gotten there for a clinic. Jim Warwick was the band director. Jim spent many years there, and he's a great friend, incredible educator. And so I got there, and the jazz band was rehearsing, and this tall kid stands up, and he starts taking a solo. And the first thing I heard was his sound. And I said, man, is that one of your graduating seniors? He looks at me, he says, laughs, he says, no, he says, that kid's a freshman. And I was like, holy smokes, man. And So I met him. He took a few lessons with me. We've stayed in touch, and he's a buddy. Lives up in Boston. I think he's still going to Berkeley. He's in his mid-20s, I guess, and but he's blazing. He's an incredible saxophonist, and yeah, he's a wonderful musician. Really interesting guy. I think his folks are like aerospace people or something. So he's got some brains in that head. But yeah, Ben Solomon was one of them. And there's a lot of others also. Andrew Clifford, who's up in Bangor, Maine now. He has a studio and teaches a lot of students up there also. He's got a kind of a school up there. Remember playing with him when he was in high school. And yeah, man, there's some crazy talent out there. I mean, I hear it all the time. So it's pretty amazing. Let's see, Jamie Robinson Kelly. I so look forward to Fridays. Do you have any more line drawings to auction? You know, I did a few more saxophone line drawings because 4 people got the last few. And so, okay, so here's a funny story. Let me grab the other ones and I'll show you real quick. Hang on. Okay, so I did, I had 4 people that wanted them. So I did a few extras. I did this one last night. And there's another couple of Charlie Parker ones that I did. Did these last week for Charlie Parker's birthday. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm just saying, you know, if you're interested in these, I will ship them to you. You can pay what you want for them. But know that all the money that you donate is going to Music Cares, which helps musicians in need. So, you know, do what you can if you're interested. And this is another one of Charlie Parker. And I think I might keep this one for myself. I dig this one. This is kind of a Coltrane vibe on this one. So I think I'm going to keep this one and maybe put it up somewhere. Unless somebody wants to give me $1,000 for this one, and I'll donate that to Music Cares. But so yes, I do. I have a few line drawings that I am still auctioning off. Not even an auction, really. So anyway, there's 4 folks that I just got the poster tubes today, but 2 days ago. So I had ordered them the day after. People ordered them because I wanted to get them right out. So 2 days ago, Amazon delivers, I get a little notification, and my neighbor calls and said, man, some punk-ass kid just came up to your porch and stole an Amazon box off your porch, right? And so my neighbor chased them, got a photo of the car, wasn't close enough to get the license plate, blah, blah, blah. And so they got the Amazon box with the 12 cardboard poster tubes. So I hope they found something good to do with those. Crazy, right? So anyway, so I had to order the poster tubes again, which is fine, but you know, I was just like, okay. So Jamie, the link for the drawings. You can just, you know, you can email me from my website, which is jeffcoffin444@gmail.com. That's up on my website. You can find me there, and I do check that email every day, actually. And so yeah, so that's the deal with those drawings. I've got a few more of them left, and I'll try to donate as much money as I can to Music Cares. So if there's more people that want them, I'll do more drawings. But thanks for that question. Tom Longwell, have you watched any of the DMB drive-ins? How do you feel about seeing yourself perform? I have to admit, I have watched a little bit of some of them. Man, I always feel weird about seeing myself perform. I'll be very honest with you about that. It's not because I don't like it. It's just that when I'm playing, I'm so in the moment that I'm not really conscious of what else is going on. I mean, I'm conscious of what's going on with the band, of course. And it's just a strange feeling to sort of watch it from the other side. But my favorite parts every night, I mean, I've said this many, many times. My favorite parts during any performance for me is when I'm not playing, because then I get to really listen in a different way to what else is going on. I get to observe like the audience gets to observe. And I really love that. But the drive-ins have been great, man. We're raising a lot of money for folks, and it's an awesome thing. And speaking of that, one of the reasons why I do these live streams is that I'm raising money for local Nashville musicians through a PayPal account at itastudiostreams.com. Into the Air is the name of my studio, where we are now. So itastudiostreams.com. If you go there, there's a PayPal link. And all that money that gets generated there, we'll have raised over $10,000 through the last 6 months. All the money that gets generated there goes to local musicians. And so if you feel like donating, there's no amount that's too small, certainly no amount that's too large. And so yeah, if you're interested, itastudiostreams.com. I want to thank everybody who's already donated to that also. There's been a lot of you, so thank you very much for that. And because we're still out of work here, man. Cats are out of work, and it's dismal. It is dismal. And, people that are not following protocol are keeping us from working. People say, musicians aren't essential workers, and entertainment's not essential work. But, think about how many people are on Netflix and how many people are on Spotify all day long or on YouTube watching videos. That's the entertainment world. And so we're itching to get back to work. We want to play. We want to entertain. We want to see you guys. So, it's tough. That's one of the reasons why I do this, is to stay connected with people, but also to share music and to go from there. Let's see, a couple more questions here. Lee Craigie Marshall. I'm trying to pick up an alto sax. I regretfully sold my 90s Selmer Mark 6 SA80 to pay off student loans. What was I thinking? Well, you were thinking get out of debt. That makes sense. Anyways, just wondering what other sax you recommend looking at. I have perfect pitch and love and miss playing with bands and fun and improvising. Well, I think it depends on what you can afford, quite honestly. I play Yamaha saxophones. I think they're amazing. And I play the 82Z. The 62 is a great alto if you can find a used 62 Yamaha. It's a fantastic horn. There are, still like 1960s Selmers out there for a few $1,000s, which is an expensive instrument. But again, depending on what you want to, it depends on what you want to check out, Eric Sabo. Hey, Eric Sabo, what's happening? My friend, wonderful bassist up in D.C. in the Marine band up there. He's a good friend and hell of a musician. What have I been listening to these days? Man, I've been going through a lot of stuff, actually. I've been listening to some Stevie Wonder, some Tom Waits, some old Sheryl Crow, that first record of Cheryl's, that Tuesday Night Music Club. Unbelievable. Patty Griffin, some great Lee Konitz stuff. Goldberg Variations, some Dexter Gordon. So Goldberg Variations, Glenn Gould playing Bach's Goldberg Variations. Some Dexter Gordon. I've been listening to some cool podcasts. I was listening to Joe Regan, David Blaine podcast, which was pretty amazing. And so that was really, really great to check that out. Then I watched him follow the balloons and go up into the sky. And God, what else have I been listening to? Man, just miscellaneous stuff. Some Joe Henderson, some classic rock stuff as I've been working at the house, painting and doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, just kind of all over the place. Let's see, what else? Some Louis Armstrong, Ambrose Akinmusere, Steve Grossman. Checking out the new John Beasley record, as well as a couple of his Monkestra records. Some Lionel Louike, some Cannonball Adderley, Umu Sangare. Yeah, lots of different things. Martine Victoria, let's see, who was the best performance you've seen as a spectator? Boy, that's tough. Man, I remember seeing, well, there's a couple jazz performances that come to mind. The first time I saw Pharoah Sanders was at a club in Fort Worth called, oh God, what was the club called? It's terrible, I can't remember. Caravan of Dreams. Caravan of Dreams in Fort Worth. And I saw Pharoah Sanders there, and it was the most electric show I've ever seen in my life. He just, and I was literally jumping out of my seat the whole night. I was maybe 5 feet away from Pharoah, and it was just incredible. Another one, the first time I saw Sonny Rollins, again, jumping out of my seat the whole night. I was in the front row, and I get it, man. Like, music is so powerful. Another incredible show, it was at the Calgary Jazz Festival. I'm a big fan of Betty LaVette, who I just love. She just had a new record come out. Her record, Got My Own Hell to Raise, which I've listened to hundreds and hundreds of times. I'm just enamored by that. So I saw her, I was there with the Flecktones, and I saw her set. And literally on every tune she sang, I had goosebumps. And that has never happened before or since. So Betty LaVette, I love you. I think you're amazing. And keep up the incredible, incredible music. If you guys haven't heard her or checked her out, man, do yourselves a favor. Betty LaVette, B-E-T-T-Y-E, LaVette, L-A-V-E-T-T-E. Just an amazing, amazing soul singer. And hey, Argentina, I see you there. I see you there. And New Brunswick also. And checking in from the OBX. Hey, Scott Douglas, what's up? So, well, cool, y'all. It's almost 8 o'clock. And if we were out west at the Gorge, we'd almost be getting ready to start. So we miss seeing everybody, and we miss playing for you, of course. And we send our love and appreciation always, always, always. If it wasn't for you all, we'd have nobody to play for. So it means the world to us that you do listen. So thank you. And once again, a big thank you to my brother, my musical soulmate, Bill Fanning. Happy 60th birthday, my friend. Here's to 60 more, more or less. So thank you all. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Thanks, Alex, on the other side of this, feeding me the questions and all that. And I will do a little mix of the playing tonight and put that out there. If anybody wants to check it out, you're welcome to do that. And hope you enjoyed yourselves. I enjoyed hanging out with you. So thank you. Take good care of yourselves. My mom is listening and watching. I love you, Mom. It's good to see you. Well, I can't see you, but if you're here. And my wife, Leoko, I love you too. I'll see you in a couple of minutes because I'm coming in the house. And if Yuko's on here from Japan, hey, Yuko. Everybody say hi, Yuko. And I'll see you all here next Friday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Okay, peace and love, y'all. Take care.